Now friends, in this video we will be discussing multiply any two-digit number with 101. So 101, multiply any two-digit number with 101. So this is obviously coming in the exams in the form of decimals, but I'll explain you what is the trick behind it. I am taking a reference number called 35. So whenever you multiply 35 with 101, so this 35 will come for two times. That means 35. That means you multiply any two-digit number with 101, the two-digit number will get repeated. Okay, that means simple. See, 35 is nothing but 35 into 100 plus 1, right? So that means you can write it as 3500 plus 35. That means it is nothing but 35. The same thing carries. That means you multiply any number with 101. Suppose if any decimals are there, suppose 3.5 into 1.01. Like this only actually in the exams they will come. 3.5 into 1.01. So obviously the point should be here. 3.535. So same thing goes for any two digits. Suppose if anybody asks what is 4.7 into 1.01. That means this is nothing but 47 into 101. So 47 will get come for two times. Suppose if I am getting a problem suppose 9.8 into 10.1. Suppose if it is something like this, you should write it as 98. So one number you should get point here. So multiply any two-digit number with 101. So the two-digit number will come for two times. So it will be duplicated. So this is a very good point, because in the exams, suppose there is a question in the exam, someone is asking 35. So in the exams it may come like this: 35 divided by 35 divided by dash is equal to 35. The same thing in the reverse form. So 35 is a two-digit number, and here you can see it for two times. So obviously the number will be 101. Right? Suppose if they are asking 98 divided by dash is 98. Obviously the number is 101. So because you know that this is the two-digit number, and here you can see the two-digit number for two times. So obviously the number will be 101 only. So not only this, my dear friends, you can extend this. I am extending this topic. Not only 101. So you know now the basic point is any two-digit number. So because of this logic also I explained here. Because of any two-digit number, when you multiply with 101, that number will repeat it and it will come for two times. That will become a four-digit number, right? So now I'll extend this topic and I'll tell you one more extra concept based on this 101. What if zeros are inserted in the middle? What if we multiply with 1001? What happens in that case? That also we will see now. And what if 0 ones are increased? That also we will be seeing now. Okay. Friends, you know that whenever any two-digit number is multiplied with 101, the number will come for two times. That will become 3535. So now, as if the 0 ones are increasing, the number also will get increased. That means suppose if I write 35 into 101 and 01, one more 01 is increased. So we can write, that means one more 01 is increased. That means one more time the 35 will come. That means 35 is already for 101. For 101 you write 35 anyway two times. So one more 01 is there, so you write it for one more time. Suppose if you write like this, 35 101, 01 like this if they write. Decimals are also there. Okay. So here clearly two-digit number 101. So definitely two times it will come. So how many times 01 is extended? 01 is extended for two times. That means two more times it will come like this. Understood? So how many times you increase that 101, definitely the number will come once again. So four-digit number will come anyway. So for any two-digit number, and when it is multiplied with 101, that two-digit number will come again and it will become a four-digit number. Apart from that, how many times you increase your 01, that many times the two-digit number will appear. If you increase this 01 extension for two times, two more times the two-digit number will appear. That's what I am saying. In the exams they can ask this question something like this: 35 divided by dash is equal to 35. Okay, so how to write this? Divided by dash is equal to 35. So immediately for 2 times you are writing 101 here, because into 101, any 2-digit number into 101 will make. So how many times? 35 is coming extra, same number is coming extra, that means 2 times it is coming, that means 2 01s you have to add it. Okay, in the exams it will come like this. So 101 is for duplicating the number, 4-digit number, anyway it will definitely come. So how many times 01 you are extending, so that many times that same number will appear that many times. Okay, so this is the extension of the previous topic of the extension of 01s. Now I will tell you, so 101 we told, so how many times 01s are extending, the number will be repeated that many times. We discussed. Now what if zeros are inserted in the middle? What happens if zeros are inserted in the middle? Suppose instead of 101, what happens if 1001? So 1 3 zeros and 1. So what we should do in that case, that also we will be discussing now. Now my dear friends, when we know, here you can see instead of 101, 1001, 2 zeros are coming. That means how many extra zeros? 1 extra 0. So how many extra zeros are coming here? 1 extra 0, 1 extra 0. So clearly what you have to do, that many times you have to insert zeros in the numbers also. So for 101 actually you get 35, 35. 101 you get 35, 35, right? How many extra number of zeros instead of 101, how many zeros are inserted in the middle? So 1 0 is inserted in the middle. So in the answer also you will insert 1 0. So in the answer also you will insert that many zeros. Suppose if you write 35 into 10001. So 35, 35 will anyway will come, 35, 35. So how many extra zeros you can find? I can find 2 extra zeros. 2 extra, apart from 101, how many extra zeros you can find? So 2 extra zeros. So you will get 2 zeros. So that means in 101, in the middle of 101, how many extra zeros you will insert? That many extra zeros will come in between 35s. Okay, this is how we are going to deal with 101 and extension of 01s for 101 and insertion of zeros in 101. This is how we do it. Okay, I hope you understood this method. See, this is actually very simple, but I told you as an insertion to do it quickly. But this is nothing but 35. If you do it manually, 35 into 1001, you can check it if you want. 35 into 1000 plus 1, 1000 plus 1. So 35,000 plus 35. So 35,000 plus 35, if you write here 35,000 plus 35 will give 35, 0, 35. So instead of doing all these 3 steps, in a single step we can write. So 101 double times it will come. So 0 is insertion. So we are trying to save time here. I am not telling that you cannot do it by procedure or something. So in competitive exams, each and every second matters. So if you are saving some seconds, that whatever the seconds that you accumulate here in saving the seconds by using shortcuts or tricks, that accumulated time will be useful to solve some other question. Okay, friends, here there is an interesting topic called comparing fractions. Many students are asking the questions which are coming in the exams regarding this comparing fractions. Particularly, people are getting problems in comparing proper fractions. But what is the actual tricky method, what is the actual procedure and tricky method, everything we will be discussing now. Suppose there are 2 fractions, proper fractions in a very simple number so that you can understand it very easily. So 3 by 5 and 5 by 7, there are 2 fractions, 3 by 5 and 5 by 7. So when our friends has, suppose these are the 2 fractions, imagine, this is an easy one. Imagine you are writing an exam and you don't have a calc, and you know definitely if you solve this you will get in decimals. So some of our friends has calculated the values in the decimals. So for this one they got 0.666 something, and for this one they got 0.71 or something. Am I right? Yes, 0.714. This is the value we got in the calc. But suppose you are writing a competitive exam where calc is not allowed to you. You are writing a competitive exam where calc is not allowed to you, and you have got only maximum 1 minute for aptitude questions. So इसे जल्दी कैसे करना है? How to do it faster? So particularly in aptitude section, it is very important, accurate and also faster. Then only you will be successful. My dear friends, here there is a method, there is a very tricky method called up-cross multiplication method. It is called as up-cross multiplication method. So many people call it as bottom cross multiplication. So many names are there, but most of the people I heard it, they are calling it as up-cross multiplication method. So there is a cross multiplication that you do like this, cross multiplication, but the cross travels in the upward direction, ऐसे. Okay, So now this multiplication, 5 into 5, 25. So write the product here. 5 into 5 will give 25. So when you see this cross multiplication, 7 into 3 is 21. So 5 into 5 is 25, 7 into 3 is 21. Okay. So 5 into 5 is 25, 7 into 3 is 21. So on whatever the side corresponding, so 25 corresponds to this fraction. 25 corresponds to 5 by 7, like that you have to take, and 21 corresponds to 3 by 5. So on whatever the side you got the highest product, that is the highest, that corresponding fraction is the highest fraction obviously. So 21 and 25, they want highest or least. Suppose if they are asking what is the highest fraction, immediately you can say 25 is coming here, that is why 5 by 7 is highest. So if they are asking what is the least number, so 21 is the least, so it corresponds to 3 by 5, so it comes as least. So it comes as least. So actually this is a very simple calculation. So if you enter the values in the calculation also, you will get the same thing. But in the exams, how they are asking this question, this is a very simple thing. Nobody will ask these kind of easy numbers in the exam. So in the exams, how they are asking this concept, by giving some improper fractions. So they are giving some improper fractions. That improper fractions you have to convert into mixed fractions. In that mixed fraction, you will get some proper fractions, then you have to compare. For example, just I am sure that most of you people know, but just for the sake of practice, suppose there is an improper fraction. Improper fraction means, my dear friends, 13 by 9. This is an improper fraction. Improper fraction means numerator will be higher value and denominator will be of lower value. So you can convert, every improper fraction can be converted into mixed fraction. How to do it? So this is 9, this is 13. So 9 ones are 9. So here comes 4 as remainder. This is remainder and this is quotient and this is divisor, right? So how to write it? How to write it? My dear friends, quotient remainder by divisor. This is how we write in the mixed fraction. One time, and what is the remainder here? 4 by 9. 1 4 by 9 is the mixed fraction. 13 by 9 improper fraction, you can write it as 1 4 by 9 as 1 whole 4 by 9 as a mixed fraction. I know, most of you people know, just for the sake of reference I told you. So improper fraction, proper fraction means denominator will be highest and numerator will be least. So when improper fraction is given like this, you can convert into mixed fraction using this technique. So quotient whole remainder by divisor, that is the method. So now in the exams, how questions are given, they are giving the questions, and how to use this topic and get the answer in less than 30 seconds or 20 seconds, we will be seeing now. Okay. Friends, in an exam, they have given two improper fractions like this, and they have asked which fraction has got the highest value. Okay. So first of all, they are improper fractions. So roughly I can guess that they are coming around 3 point or something, right? So for that purpose, what I will do, first I will convert into mixed fractions so that I can know the whole integral part and the mixed fraction part. Okay. So 42, 13. So 13 definitely it will go 3 times. Quotient is 3. 39. Then 3 is the remainder, 3 by 13. 3 by 13. This is the mixed fraction form of 42 by 13. Now coming to 49 by 15, 15 also goes 3 times first. So 15 3s are 45. Then here comes the remainder, that is 4 by 15. So clearly 3 whole 3 by 15, 3 whole 4 by 15. So if you convert into decimals, so here whole integral part is okay, 3 and 3. The thing is in the fraction only. 3 by 13 and 4 by 15, because the whole integral part is in 3, and here comes whichever the fraction is highest, obviously that improper fraction will go to the highest value. So we came back to the proper fractions again. So 3 by 13 and 4 by 15, which is the highest value? So I am using the bottom cross multiplication. 13 4s are, what is 13 4s are? 10 4s are 40, 3 4s are 12. So 13 4s are 52. 13 4s. So 13 4s are 52 and 15 3s are 45, I am writing here. So which is highest value? 52 is the highest value. So obviously 4 by 15 is of highest value. 4 by 15 is of highest value. That means 4 if you go in the backward direction, 4 by 15 is of highest value. That means 4 by 15 mixed fraction is the highest value. Obviously 49 15 is of highest value. Highest value, and this is of least value. This is of least value. If you want, you can check in the calci also. So our friends has checked and they are showing me if you convert 0.23076, my god, something they are getting like this, and this one is 0.2666, like this they are getting. See how close they are, 0.23 and 0.26. So 0.26 is obviously. So without using calci we did. First they gave improper fraction. Then improper fraction I have converted into mixed fraction. So first both the sides 3 are coming. Then I realized, okay, whatever this proper fraction 3 by 13 or 4 by 15 में जो भी fraction का value highest होगा, that will give the number, right? So 3 by 13 and 4 by 15, this is 52 and that is 45. 52 is of highest value. Got it? 52 is of highest value. Now there are some more questions. Sometimes there can be 3 fractions and they can be asking you. That is the actual challenge. Okay, so now we will see that kind of questions also. They are giving 3 fractions, small fractions only I will give you. So using this up-cross method, we will be able to do it, right? So 3 fractions I will give you. So out of the 3 fractions, what is the highest value, what is the least value, that also we will be seeing now. Okay, my dear friends, there are 3 proper fractions. I think it should be very easy for you. 3 by 5, 2 by 7 and 1 by 3. So they are asking which fraction is of highest value. We know the technique. We will go in a way. First we will take these 2. First I am finding what is the highest value. Highest value find out करने जा रहा हूँ. That means the least value you have to leave it and highest value you have to take. Okay. So 3 by 5 and 2 by 7 I am taking. So 5 2s are 10 and 7 3s are 21. So this is of highest value. So again I am taking this highest value out of these 2 and I am competing. I am making a competition between 1 by 3 and 3 by 5. So 5 1s are 5 and 3 3s are 9. So in these 2. So finally 3 by 5 is of highest value. 3 by 5 is of highest value. Suppose if the question comes like what is the least value? What is the least value? Same thing I will do. Now this time I will avoid the highest value and I will take the least value. Okay. So clearly look at here. Suppose 3 by 5 and 2 by 7. So 5 2s are 10, 7 3s are 21. So they are asking for the least value. So cut it out. This is 2 by 7. 2 by 7 is the least. Again 2 by 7 and 1 by 3. 7 1s are 7 and 2 3s are 6. So I am leaving this one. 2 by 7 is of least value. 2 by 7 is of least value. So 2 by 7 is of least value. So by using the up-cross method, within seconds, no need of using any calci. For if they ask, compare the fractions and tell. If there are 4, 5, like that. If moreover, if they want to give it for 2 marks or marks of questions of highest marks weightage, they can give improper fraction. Improper fraction, you know very well how to convert into mixed fraction and take proper fractions out of it and then compare. So finally, whether they give directly proper fractions or improper fractions or mixed fractions without using any calci when the results are coming in the decimals. So without using any calci, by using up-cross multiplication, you can immediately tell in just 10 seconds or 15 seconds, this will be the highest of, this fraction is the highest of all and this fraction is the least of all. So